Greetings, adventurers. Today's video is sponsored by Keritina. They are a jewelry brand that creates beautiful jewelry that is fashionable, long-lasting, and evokes thought-provoking emotions and inspire creativity. So they sent me a few different pieces of jewelry to try. This is from their Day and Night collection. Day and Night. I am very excited to take a look. Aww. It's a cute little card in here. Okay, so this kind of tells you how to take care of your jewelry. Some other little pointers and some information about the company. Ooh. Gift accessory. Jewelry polishing kit. Well, that's lovely too. This jewelry care cloth is made from a kind of special material which is full of professional jewelry maintenance. Oh, it's very soft. Wonderful. Okay. Let's see. Those are so pretty. Make sure we can see them there. So you've got these beautiful white mother of pearl that catch the light. Look how gorgeous those are. And they're on little hoops too. And then you've got the sun design as well in the gold there. Those are so lovely. They've got a nice weight to them. I mean, not so heavy that it feels like they'll be uncomfortable, but just you can tell very good quality. Alright, and then this will be the necklace. Another little cleaning cloth. It's very nice. There we go. That is very well packaged. I've never seen this before with the sort of plastic there to keep it nice and secure. You can see it's already catching the light so beautifully. These are kind of fun. That makes a cool sound. And there's the beautiful necklace as well. That is so lovely. Look at that. It's also a different phase of the moon. This is a little bit more full as opposed to the crescent in here. You can tell it's just a little bit smaller. It's beautiful. It's detailed while still being small enough that it's still very delicate. Those are lovely. There we go. You can see it's a lovely design. It's very subtle, but still just so pretty. And I love how it catches the light. They're also pretty lightweight, very comfortable. So, if this looks like something that you would enjoy, or a loved one might enjoy as a gift, you can check out the link in the description, or go to keritina.com and their day and night collection is 30% off right now. So you can get the earrings and or the necklace for 30% off. So thank you so much to Keritina for sponsoring this video, and thank you for watching. Really? Well, in that case then I think they should be coming soon. Alright. No, that's perfectly fine. You keep talking, I'll keep listening. Oh, hello there. I'm so sorry I didn't hear you coming in. Can I help you? Ah, you're not sure how you got here, yeah? Well, please, why don't you come in and have a seat? Rest those weary legs of yours for a moment. Let's see if the stars might have something to say to you this evening. What do I... Oh, well, I am a lunar fairy. I converse with the moon and the stars, the energies of the skies and the heavens. They have quite a lot that they can teach us, you know. So, if you have found your way here, that's most likely for a reason. Well, perhaps you've been feeling a bit confused lately about some aspect of your life. Perhaps you've been feeling a bit stuck in one way or another. Perhaps you're not sure what the path ahead of you is going to entail. There are all kinds of ways where the stars and the moon might speak to us. And I don't really do all that much. I just listen. Well, why don't you have a seat? We'll see if we can't sort out why it is that you found your way here. There's got to be a reason. There is always a reason. Let's see. You know, if you don't mind me saying so, there does seem to be a bit of an energy here that seems to be clouding your aura just a bit. Have you felt that recently? Well, have you felt cloudy, like your mind is a bit fuzzy, finding it difficult to focus on things, difficult to stick to one sort of task before moving on to something else, anything like that? Well, that might be a good place to sort of clear away some of this cloudiness, and then perhaps I can see what would be the best way to help you today. Alright, would you allow me to examine your aura a bit closer? Alright, thank you. I won't have to actually be touching you. It's mostly just feeling the space around you, alright? But my hand might get a bit close to you if that's okay. Okay, good. Here, I'm going to use this. This is called a midnight crystal. Technically it's called blue sandstone, but we in the trade call it a midnight crystal. If you look at it, it looks like a night sky full of all sorts of beautiful, glistening stars. Isn't it lovely? It holds with it the power of a perfect, clear night. See, those of us who converse with the stars, we like nights like this. I'm going to start out just using this crystal, okay? I'm just going to bring this a bit close to you, and it will help me interpret this energy. Midnight crystals, they are excellent at clearing away just like on a clear night sky where you can see all the stars. They will clear away the clouds and help us see what lies underneath. Alright? Alright. Just hold nice and still for me. There's not really anything that you need to do per se. If you'd like to focus on the crystal, you're welcome to. But you don't need to. It's also alright if you just want to let your eyes not focus on anything. Or let them wander. That's perfectly fine. Alright. Interesting. There seems to be quite a lot here. Have you been feeling this sort of confusion or a block lately? Or maybe even for a while? I see. Well, let's clear some of that away then, shall we? And then perhaps we'll see if the spirits wish to speak to you. Perhaps they could offer you some guidance on whatever it is that seems to be troubling. I'm sorry, I don't mean to impose. I don't know exactly what it is that's troubling you, but I have a way of telling when someone has something on their mind. Something that is weighing them down. There we go. Alright, this is doing a good job of clearing away, sort of drying out that cloudiness, leaving us with a clear night sky. Here we are. There. Excellent. Okay. There. I think that has taken care of quite a lot of that cloudiness. Are you feeling a bit more clear-headed now? Good. Doesn't mean that that solves your problems, but sometimes just being able to think with a clear head can help quite a lot. Well, if you would like, I could see if the spirits wish to speak to you today. Well, there are certain ways that we could do it. We could use some scrying bones, although I don't think that that's what you need today. We could also use some cards. These are my cards, linked to the energy of the moon. She has quite a lot to say. No, I'm not sure that these are what the spirits wish to use today. Not to speak to you, at least. I know what it is that we need. These are something quite special. I don't use these very often, but I think the spirits are making an exception today. Have you ever had your runes read before? Well, these are witches' runes. Specifically, some that have been infused with the power of the sky, the moon, the stars, and a clear midnight sky. So, I could lay these out for you and have you choose a few runes. And perhaps they could offer some insight into whatever it is that's weighing on you. Would you like to do that? Sure. I don't mind. As I said, if you found your way here, generally there's a reason for Alright. Alright. Well, just like every time when you're conferring with the spirits or the powers that be, whatever you'd like to call them, it's important that before we get started, we take just a moment and we cleanse this space around us. And we cleanse our own energies of anything that might be holding us back first. Alright? Okay. We'll start out with burning a bit of incense. Now, this is one of my favourite kinds of incense. All incense comes from the masala plant, first and foremost. But this one has got a lovely other ingredient mixed into it as well. Lavender. Have you heard of the power of lavender, I'm sure? Good, good. It's a lovely plant. It's often used in spells and potions to help alleviate stress, bring about calmness and good sleep. But what some don't know is that lavender is also excellent at opening up our upper chakras. So our third eye and our crown chakra as well. And those are the two chakras that have to do with guidance from powers that are bigger than us. There we go. We'll just light the tip of that just a bit there. There we are. Let's light our candle over here too, shall we? There we are. Now we'll hit this incense burn. And that smoke, that lovely, gentle, white smoke will help to cleanse our energy of anything that might be causing stress or distractions or doubt. And it'll also help to open us up to the powers of the spirits, to their wisdom and guidance. I love watching the smoke of incense. It's quite calming if you ask me. There. We welcome the spirits, the powers of the stars, the strength of the sun, and the gentleness of the moon. We welcome the powers of the night, the powers of the heavens, to this place. We welcome the spirits into this place. The spirit of the moon, the spirit of the stars, the power of the night. We welcome your guidance, your benevolent energy, your cosmic wisdom in this place. We'll put the lid on this here, but you'll see the smoke continues to come out. It will continue to burn as we move on, alright? Now, let's move on to the runes, shall we? Here we are. Now these are a very specific kind of rune. You see, there are some runes that have different symbols on them. There's much more of them too. But these specifically are called witches' runes. There are 13 of them, and then one that is blank. quite lovely. They've got symbols of power around the sides as well. And each of them means something different. So I'll lay these out on the table. All of them face down so you kind of see who they are. And then we'll begin drawing your runes. There we are. Mix them up a bit so you kind of tell which is which, where they are. There we go. Alright. Now, generally, I work in the magic number of 3. 3 is a very powerful number. We find things that come in 3s all over in nature. And it is a number that can help us see different aspects of the same sort of situation, alright? So, starting out, I'd like you to pick one of these runes. And as you do, I want you to think about your past. Different people, different situations that have come into your life that have brought you to where you are today. Now, it's very important. These things do not necessarily define you, but they are a part of your story. So I want you to think about your past and pick the first stone. This one. Alright, that will be our first stone today. Alright, now I'm going to mix them up again. And this time, I want you to think about your present, about whatever it is, the situation that you find yourself in. Perhaps you're in a place where you're feeling stuck. Perhaps you know the way forward, but it's difficult. And you're looking for strength or encouragement. Perhaps there's nothing necessarily that's wrong. You just don't feel like you're going the direction that you should be going. Whatever it is, I want you to just focus on that as much as you can. And pick your next rune. That one. Alright. That will be the second rune. Alright, once more. We'll mix them up a bit. And now I want you to think about your future. Perhaps right now the future might seem daunting, or like you're not really sure what it's going to hold, but I want you to envision the future that you want. We're going to manifest that for you here today. So I want you to think about the ideal outcome of whatever this situation is. What's going to happen? What would you like to happen the most? And then pick your third and final rune. This one. Alright, that will be our third rune then. Let's put these other ones away. And then we'll look at the runes that you chose. Alright. Now here are your runes. Past, present, and future. It's a rather simple reading, rather common to focus on the runes this way. It's something that's very tangible for us to understand. We know what happened in the past. We know where we are now. And we know that it's time to ask for guidance for the future. Of course, there are many different ways you can think about the runes as you're drawing them for yourself, but this is a way that I find is most accessible to most people. So let's each of these runes and see what the spirits are telling you today. Alright, let's start with this one then. Oh, now that is a very interesting rune to have for the first one. This rune is the rune of flight. You can see it almost sort of looks like birds in the sky flying around. Obviously, it is associated with the element of air. It's also generally a symbol of change, transition, travel, perhaps also communication, which is the travelling of ideas. So perhaps you've been on a journey, yeah? Perhaps it's taken some fascinating turns that you weren't expecting. Some for the good, some for the bad. But either way, it's been a very long time. There's been a lot that's brought you to this place. Again, for good or for bad. But you're here now. And the journey was worth it. Fascinating. It's quite an interesting one to start with. Does that make sense to you? Talking about some sort of a journey or travelling. Alright, good. Let's see what this one is then. This is the rune that symbolises your present. Interesting. Now this rune is the rune of a woman. There's a feminine one and a masculine one. This is the feminine one. Generally, that has to do with feminine energy. Maybe that is a specific person. It could be something as tangible as that. Or maybe it's just the idea of feminine energy, generally associated with nurturing, gentleness. So maybe you've recently met someone in your life who has become that safe place where you feel nurtured, where you feel protected, cared for. Of course, feminine energy also has to do with the moon, and the moon brings with her a sense of mystery and wonder. So perhaps you're just in a place where there are many different kinds of energies around you, and you're just not sure what they mean yet. Interesting. That's an interesting one as well. So you've been on a journey, likely for a very long time. And now here you are somewhere with perhaps a new person in your life, perhaps a woman, or perhaps just an energy in your life that is trying to nurture you. Maybe this symbol is helping you see that whoever this new person is, it's a good thing. You should let them be close to you and nurture you. You never know what might happen. Fascinating. Now, shall we look at the rune for your future here? Now, I do have to warn you, sometimes the future rune is not quite so easy to interpret. The future is never set in stone. Any witch who's worth her salt would tell you that. So, this particular rune is going to offer you some insight into the future that you want. But nothing is ever for certain. Sometimes that's a good thing. It means that we have the power to change bad things that are happening. But also sometimes that can lead to people clinging to good things and being scared to lose them. You know, it's a difficult thing, loving. Whether that's loving someone, whether it's feeling happy and content and loving the way that your life is. Sometimes we cling so tightly to that we end up losing it because we fear losing it. It's best to look at the future with, well, a grain of salt, I suppose. You never know what might happen. But hopefully the spirits will give us some sort of insight to help you achieve what it is that you want. Alright, let's look at this one, shall we? Now this is an excellent rune to get for the future rune. This is the Witch's Rune of the Sun. Now the sun, generally it symbolises things like new beginnings. Every new day brings the sun back to us. The sun rising generally symbolises vitality, life. The sun is the giver of all of our life. If not directly, indirectly, certainly, because we need the plant life, we need our animals, we need this world that we live in, and it is all nourished by the sun. Nothing in this life can survive without the sun. Now, the sun rune can also mean that there is healing in your future. It might be that you're entering into a time of nourishment. Perhaps you've been looking for that healing, for that wisdom, for that time to be poured into instead of feeling like you're constantly pouring out. And it looks like the spirits are telling you that that time is coming, perhaps sooner than you think. Now, just like the future is not set in stone, the timeline of the future is not set in stone either. This could happen tomorrow. It could be a month from now. It could be a few years from now. You never really know. The spirits, sometimes having been separated from the mortal plane for so long, sometimes they forget about things like timing. But seeing that there is good, that there is a new beginning and healing in your future, gives you a bit of something to look forward to, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Alright. Now this is a very special little vial here. In here I have collected some moon water. But not just any moon water. See, there's lots of different kinds of moon water. I've got quite a few around here. You can get moon water from a full moon. You can get it from a new moon. You can get it from a crescent, waxing, waning. All of them do different things. But this moon water was collected at a very special time during a supermoon. Now, supermoons only happen once or maybe twice a year. Not very often. They are full moons that are considerably bigger in the sky, where the moon feels closer. The moon feels like you could almost reach out and touch her in the sky. And so, the energy of the supermoon, generally it brings with it a sense of abundance, of newness, and things coming to fruition. So if you would like, I would love to take just a little drop of this. You don't need very much, as powerful as it is. Just one little drop of this water from a supermoon, and place it on your wrists to welcome in that abundance, that newness, that healing that the future says that you're going to have. Alright? Alright. Hold out your wrists for me. Yeah. And then one more. There we are. Wonderful. I hope that that helps you achieve the future that you're so looking forward to. Alright. We thank the spirits for their wisdom, for their insight. There. I'm going to hold these in that incense smoke for just a moment. It will help to cleanse them of this reading, so that the next time I use them, I'll have a new energy. And then I also cleanse my witch's runes in the moonlight as well, after every use. Now, of course, getting an answer from the spirits doesn't necessarily just make all your troubles go away, but hopefully their insight can help to give you a new perspective. That's really what it's about. Good. Good, I'm glad. I'm glad that you found your way here today. However, it may be that you came by this place. I don't get too many visitors who just pop in, but that's always quite fun when I do. Well, before you leave, if you wouldn't mind, I would like to bestow upon you one more gift. This is a blessing. A blessing from the stars and from me to you. Hopefully this will help to keep your mind calm, whether it is a good night's rest that you need, whether it's clarity or focus, or whether it's just a bit of an escape from a difficult world or a difficult situation. Whatever it is, I would like to just bestow upon you the blessing of peace. Alright. Again, you don't have to do anything. If you would like to follow the wand with your eyes, you can do that. But you don't have to. You can also just close your eyes if you would like. Don't you be worrying if you start hearing some voices. It's just the spirits lending a hand. Here we are. May your soul never feel heavy. May your mind be able to find the quiet, like a still quiet night. And may your heart always be full. There. That's all there is to it. It's not very complicated, but sometimes the most powerful magic is the simplest when endowed with good intentions. Well, I'm glad that you came to see me today. I think it's time for you to find your way home now, though. I think you'll find that if you were lost before, your feet will know the way to get home. And I hope that you have a very pleasant and peaceful night. I think that you will. I dare say, I think that you will. And if ever you need a bit of guidance, or even just a bit of encouragement or confirmation, now you know where to find me, don't you? Yes, you do. Well, you'd better head out then. I'll see you next time.